Hey there, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley with you. It is 6:30 here as we work our way through our Thursday afternoon. Hopefully you're having a good one. We're tracking, it seems, something different every day lately as this active winter continues around our area. We're taking a look at temperatures that'll be falling through tonight. We're right now in the 30s, being down in the low 20s by tomorrow morning. And with that comes another little bit of a concern of some frozen mess on some of the side roads. But the main focus is going into tomorrow and then toward the weekend. That's when we'll be tracking what could be some really high wind gusts around the area and also the potential of some really low wind chills too. So it just seems every couple of days lately we have something different to worry about. At least this time it's not snow or ice or anything like that. But gosh, it's been busy, hasn't it? And I know it's been that way for you too, so I hope you're hanging in there. Let's get to what we're tracking right now. There's a live look at Winston-Salem this evening, showing you the live view over there. Earlier today was a lot more exciting, maybe not in a good way. There was still the snow coming down and causing problems on those roadways. We had a lot of car crashes earlier today on the order of 100 or more. So a good amount of accidents, a bad amount of accidents really. And that's not the case anymore. The roads are in much better shape than they were earlier today. Temperatures helped us out a little bit. As we get into this time of year as well, we're another month removed from the winter solstice. We're working our way through February. The days are getting a little bit longer and the sun is getting a little bit stronger. You might not realize it, but that is happening. So with our temperatures a little above freezing and a limited amount of some sunshine, that helped us to melt things and get things in better order. Having said that, it's already cooling down. So we're down to 30 right now in Asheboro. It's 32 in Reedsville and in Wilkesboro, and just barely hanging on to some mid-30s across the Triad area. Let's look at a 24-hour loop of the radar. I find it interesting because you look at tomorrow, or yesterday evening, I meant to say, there are some of those snow showers that kind of came in here, and what was surprising wasn't last night. That kind of went as scheduled. What was surprising to me was earlier this morning how you had that renewed band of snowfall that just kind of popped up, and it didn't really want to budge. So this is around 8 o'clock this morning. Here was 9, there was noon, 1, 2, 3. It just kind of worked its way through the area. And most of that, again, was all for show and not really anything of substance. But still, it just goes to show you how wintry we've been. Now let's take a look at tomorrow because we have another system on the way for Friday. And this is going to be more in line of a traditional cold front, so to speak, kind of working its way into our area by the second half of the afternoon. So first half of the day, fine. We'll have some sunshine out there. It's cold in the morning, but by the middle of the afternoon, we're in the 40s, and that's when our cold front starts to approach our area. And once it does, it packs a bit of a punch now, and we have to watch for a little round of precipitation yet again. So let's take a look at this. We go into tomorrow morning. I'll just skip ahead here. This is around 11 o'clock on Friday. We're warming up into the 40s, no big problems. But take a look at this. Right around 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, you see that? So this is some mountain snow. We have rain in parts of the Triad. Temperatures are, above 40, but just barely so. By 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, this is where we'll have an opportunity for a couple of showers tomorrow. So basically from 2 p.m. through about 6 p.m. on your Friday, there could be a couple of rain showers. The sky will start to look pretty dark out there, and those rain showers could mix a little bit with some sleet or some snow. I don't think you need to worry about this. This is not a panic thing. This is not a get the kids on the buses thing, in my opinion. What it is another just sign of winter holding its grasp on us. And there is the opportunity to catch a couple snowflakes that would mostly just be for show. Again, I don't expect this to be a huge deal. Behind that is the problem. Our winds are really going to whip up tomorrow night and last that way through the day on Saturday. So what we want to be watching here are the potential for high wind gusts of around 30 to 40 miles per hour, possibly as high as 50 miles per hour. So we want to be careful about this here with gusty winds going into the day Friday afternoon and Saturday afternoon. Temperatures, as I said, tomorrow, no big deal. We're in the 40s. We already have some alerts to pass along to you. This is a high wind watch, especially for our foothill counties. So we've got Surrey County here, Patrick County, Virginia, Wilkes County, Allegheny County. Also our mountain counties as well, from Boone, Ashe County, Allegheny. All these areas are under what's called a high wind watch. And they're outlining the potential there for winds to get as high as 40 to 60 miles per hour. That's pretty tough. I mean, that's the type of winds where you can, on occasion, deal with some power outages. So let's watch that together. I do expect it to be windier in our foothills and not quite as windy in the Triad, but still something you're going to want to be watching very carefully. Let's show you our wind predictor, basically. So we start out tomorrow morning, it's not windy. Tomorrow afternoon, still not windy, but going into tomorrow evening, that's when the winds start to pick up. So this is around 3 in the morning on Saturday. Notice how a lot of those winds are really picking up, and we're talking about close to 50 miles per hour in Wilkesboro, Mount Airy, Lexington, close to 40 miles per hour. And then as we go throughout the day on Saturday, those winds kind of spread over a larger area, and we could see them kind of in more of the Triad. So let's be careful of that. I would recommend charging up your stuff just to be on the safe side. It's going to be very cold out there too. So with that level of chill and that level of cold, you don't really want to play around with power outages. So just be on the safe side. Go ahead and charge your stuff up. It's not going to hurt anything to do so. Those wind chills are going to be tough on their own. So take a look. It'll feel like the 20s, but this is what you want to watch out for. Those early morning temperatures right here. Take a look. This is about 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, feeling like the single digits, okay? So we have a feels like of about 0 to 10 degrees. So on top of the high winds, you've got a feels like a wind chill of about 0 to 10 degrees early on your Saturday morning. So there's plenty of winter to go around Friday night into Saturday. Then going throughout the day, even Saturday afternoon, it's going to feel like the teens. So it's a tough go Friday night into Saturday. We are calling it a weather impact alert because of the wind, because of the cold. And that's enough. So let's plan on that together. Going through the rest of the weekend, Sunday's still going to be bitter cold in the morning, but it will be decent for the afternoon. We'll be in the 30s. Shoot, we've gotten used to that lately. We've gotten kind of accustomed to more of a northern climate over the last couple of weeks. 7-day forecast, we look toward that weekend. It's cold both days, but next week, a little differently. Take a look at this. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, warming steadily from 40s to 50s and then up to around 60. That's a little bit better, a little more like it. We might have some rain to track for you by the end of next week. We'll keep you posted on that, but as of right now, conditions do appear to be breaking a little bit in the longer range. We'll be joined by Brad Panovich in just a couple minutes to talk more about Carolina weather.